Hey guys, here today with a video showing you how to replace the spark plugs on a 2006 Infiniti FX35. This does have the VQ35DE engine in it, so this should work for G35s also. This is a DE motor. I don't know if the HR motors that came along a little later are different, but this one, fortunately, you don't have to take off the intake plenum there. You can get to the spark plugs just down on the side. However, as you can see down here, there's quite a bit of wiring in the way. However, most of the stuff can just be moved out of the way and you should be able to get to the spark plugs easily. Here's one coil pack here, one right here, and then the other one is in the back there. This side is a little bit more difficult just because there's just more stuff in the way. So as usual, I try to do my best not to remove too many things, but I also don't like struggling, so I will be moving some of this wiring, not disconnecting it unless I have to, but just moving the brackets and stuff just so I can get around it. I did obviously jump ahead here. As you can see, first thing you would need to actually do is to remove this engine cover. Again, this might be different for G35s or not. This is an FX, but you pretty much get the point. There are 4 10mm screws, one there, there, and there. Remove all those. Take that off, it just lifts off. And then the next thing I actually did was remove the intake tube, which would sit down in here like this. Just gotta disconnect this hose clamp right here and pull it off. That is a flathead screwdriver to remove this clamp. And then this is a 10mm and a 10mm over here, or somewhere around here. Yep, there it is. Turns out I didn't really have to loosen this up. I thought I was going to have to take this off in 2 pieces, but I was able to get it off in 1 piece. So I'll just take that off and set it down to the side. So what you want to do is to look down. I'm going to start on the easier side first. Obviously there's this wiring harness that's going across. This car is old, so a lot of these tabs have broken already even before I got in here. Like this one is just broke, and this guy is zip tied on here. So if your car is factory, what you could do is to remove this 10mm right here, and this will allow you to move this wiring on this bracket. Alternatively, if yours is like mine and there's a zip tie right there, all I'm going to do is cut the zip tie and move this and then just re-zip tie it back. Same goes for down on the back side here. There is this bracket that I've already removed right down here, this gold bracket. Excuse me for the wind if it's really windy. There is a 10mm. You can see the open clean hole there. I removed the 10mm from that was holding this bracket in place. Now I can move this out of the way so I can get to this coil pack right here. The coil packs are only held on by 10mm screws. You can see just behind this F here, there's one 10mm bolt back there. That is the very back coil pack. Should be able to get to that one pretty easily. And then there is the connector right here. There is this coolant line that's running across the top of this, so I mean, I don't know, I wouldn't suggest, you could remove this line right here if you want. I wouldn't suggest it because a bunch of coolant's going to come out and it's really hard to bleed these engines cooling systems. So just do your best. What I would do is loosen it up. What I'm going to do, loosen up that bolt back there, remove it, and I'm going to pick the coil pack up and then unbolt this connector. These connectors, you just squeeze the tabs and pull them off. Shouldn't be too hard to do. And obviously this bolt right here for this coil pack and that connector, and then right under this wiring right here there is a bolt just right where my finger's at, and then the connector is right here. So can't really show you that and hold the camera at the same time, so I'm just going to get to work getting this side off. Alright, all of the spark plug, or excuse me, all the coil packs are out. I got them sitting just up here. I would like to note now that if you do have oil on these coil packs, like on the bottoms down here, you definitely need to do your valve cover gaskets because they are leaking down into there. So that's a different video, but I did get these out, pulled them out. You can see now, you can see all the spark plug holes. 1, 2, 3 is back there in the back. These came off pretty easily. And all you would do is grab yourself your 5/8 spark plug socket and loosen and remove all the spark plugs, and then just reinstall the new spark plugs. Pretty easy. Like I said, this side's not too bad. The other side's going to be a little bit more difficult just because there's more stuff in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and get these spark plugs out and get right back to you guys. Alright, I've got all the new spark plugs back in. I'm going to go ahead and just pretty much reassemble this side. I'm going to put the coil packs back in and then put the wiring harness back on pretty much the exact same way I told you how to take it off. There's one bracket right here in the front that you could either remove the bolt or cut the zip tie. I actually just removed the bolt because it was easy. And then there's one bolt in the back for that bracket that's in the back, and that's it. Unless you touch the coolant line, that should be the only things you need to do. Then obviously you can put the air box back on, reconnect all of the coil pack connectors, and this side should be fine. Then we can move to the other side. So I'm gonna go on ahead and get this side reassembled. Okay, this side is now done. Let's move on to the other side. Alright, so as you're looking at this side, the very far back coil pack is just there. There's one here and there's one underneath this. Now, like I said, I don't like to struggle and I'm not going to, so I am going to remove this 10mm right here so that this wiring harness can move a little bit. But as you know, if you follow it up, it's also locked down right here to this bracket right here with this 10. So I'm going to also go ahead and remove this 10. I hope that that will give me enough room to maneuver around. You're gonna have to move this out of the way. Don't disconnect this. This is looks like a fuel pressure regulator, so fuel is gonna come out of that. So don't disconnect that. And then same with this evap deal over here. You can just move to the side. Should have enough room. What I do fear, well, not fear, this other cable that's right here that runs along this big one also might, you know, prohibit me from moving this some more than I'd like. So if that's the case, since these are attached to the same bracket, I very well may just snip this zip tie here, or when I take this off, I'll flip this over and remove this cable from this bracket just so I can have enough room. That really looks like all you need to do in order to get to this area. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on this side now. Alright, so as I told you earlier, I did take this off. But you can see this doesn't really move so much because it is quite well attached in the back to a big giant bracket. I'm not going to try and mess with that. But, excuse me, if I take you around this side, you can see the coil pack just here where my finger is. So you should have enough room to move this wiring harness down, get that bolt out, and just pull this straight up through this hole right here. That shouldn't be a problem. Now, as far as the middle one is concerned, you can see there's a metal bracket in the way. There is a 10mm just down there where that metal bracket is, a shiny bracket. You need to remove that 10, and hopefully that'll get this whole connector out of your way. And then, as far as the last coil pack, which is buried underneath all of this, you can see the bolt right there that holds the coil pack. You may be able to, you know, move this stuff kind of out of the way in order to get it out of the way. What I'm going to do, as I mentioned earlier, I feared that this would be in the way, so what I'm going to do is actually loosen it up from this here bracket right here, which you can just do with a flathead screwdriver, I believe. Let me see. You can just get a flathead screwdriver just in here to pop this guy off like so. Then you can move that out of your way, and then the only thing you really have left to fight is this breather hose right here, which goes up to here. I believe that's a breather hose. Yeah, it is a breather hose, but it is pretty rock hard solid, so I probably would advise, oh man, I don't know, it's pretty hard hose. It's not really pliable anymore. I don't know, you're either gonna have to take it off from this side right here with the hose clamps, or try and remove it from here and pull it off that way. There is a good chance that it might break because it is pretty hard, and obviously it's gonna be brittle, so just try your best to get it off. You may not have to get it off if you might manage to slide the coil pack past it because the boots are a little flexible. So that's what I'm going to try and first, is to try and just maneuver it past it. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to try and remove that. But the connector is just down there, same as the way you took off the other connectors. So again, like I said, this side is definitely, it's not hard, it's just kind of annoying with all this stuff in the way. So let's get after it. Alright, I was able to get all the coil packs out over there, so now I'm going to go ahead and just remove all the spark plugs, reinstall the spark plugs, and get that all back together. Sorry, I really can't show you guys all the ins and outs of what I'm doing in there, but I think I gave you pretty much a general rundown of what you need to get out of the way. I'm not really moving these wires, as you can see, too much. I'm just kind of moving them, pushing them to the left or pushing them to the right so I can have enough room. I did end up just removing this breather hose down here from that metal pipe, and that should be good to go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the spark plugs out and reinstall the new ones. All right, I got the spark plugs back in, I got the coil packs back in, and pretty much the only thing left to do is just to set the engine cover back onto the motor. I'm not really gonna show you how to do that because you should have, that should be pretty easy. So I hope that this helped you guys out. If this is your first time on the channel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel as usual. Please feel free to leave any comments or ask any questions you may have below. And that's going to be it for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button on the way out.